sharing the screen again. Okay, so we're here. We're discussing the problem number 3 is that it was about a vocabulary first. So ask a group of examiners and they will say that this is a problem. I mean, because most of them, I mean, many professionals say that using a lot of complex vocabulary is the right thing to do, but it's not like that. It's not like that. It means that if you are using the good vocabulary, but in a way that makes the reader feel confused, it's not going to give you points. It's going to decrease your result. Okay, so be aware. It should be clear, and the vocabulary should be used accurately. Okay, so and answer to be able to answer to the question directly, straightforward. And by the way, most people have enough vocabulary already, believe me, to get the score that they need, because for band 7, you don't need that high level of vocabulary, believe me. So the problem is that you can't use that vocabulary correctly, I mean, accurately. This is the problem. And the mindset that is holding them back is the problem. What does this mean? So let's say there is a person who takes a student who takes the exam and doesn't get the score. He doesn't pass. He fails. And he says that, okay, I didn't get a high score. Perhaps it's because I don't have a good vocabulary. So I have to learn a lot of phrases and vocabulary from band 9 vocabulary list. Okay, vocabulary range, and he learns that range of vocabulary and goes to the exam again, and he fails again. And then he says, okay, maybe I didn't learn enough words and vocabulary from this level, higher level. I have to continue learning it. And he's not thinking about, okay, maybe I should change the approach, how to write it. He's thinking only about, okay, maybe I'm not very good at vocabulary. No, you have enough already vocabulary, but you don't know how to use it correctly, accurately, so that to answer the question directly and not to confuse the reader. And again and again and again, they learn more and more vocabulary, but they don't know how to use that list of vocabulary accurately. That is why they fail and fail and fail. They can fail 10 times, 15 times, whatever. Okay, so because it's not about vocabulary, it's about the approach. It's the wrong approach, wrong mindset. It's the problem is here. So what is the solution? So remember that you are being judged on 2 different things: the range of vocabulary and accuracy. And if the range is high, but it's not accurate, so you will not get the points. Okay. There's no point. Okay. There is no point in inserting lots of a big number of words into your writing if you don't know how to accurately use them. Okay, so the less you use, the better if you don't know how to use them. If most of your words are wrong, you are more likely to get band 5 or band 6. Okay, be aware, you will fail. The range requirement for a 7 is not that high. So the vocabulary that you have now maybe will be enough. Only you have to write that vocabulary that you have now correctly in order to get band 7. What is the solution? You are being judged on meaning, collocations, spelling, whether you write the words correctly or not, style, I mean, whether it's formal, informal, whatever, and grammar. Okay, so, and you have to focus on accuracy over the range, and do not use vocabulary you are not 100% sure about. Okay, if you are not sure and you use it, you will lose lots of scores, and perhaps you will get band 5 or 6. You should always be working on improving your vocabulary. Okay, so, and let's say you're going to a ski resort, you know that it's in Sarkaz or in Armenia. We have a ski resort, a very popular one. And there we have easy run, we have medium run, and we have black run. So easy run is for beginners. Medium run is for medium level people. And black run is the one that is the most dangerous, you know. So it's like a steep like this. So, and if you don't know, if you are just a beginner, and so you are not that professional, and you go to black run, you're definitely going to die. Okay, so you'll break your back or neck or something else. Okay, so what I'm saying is that the complexity of the vocabulary or grammar, whatever you use, is not that important. It's more important how you use it. Okay, yeah, the method you use it. Yeah, sure, Ali.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of collocation? What is this?
Collocation is the word combination, means two or more words that usually meet together. For example, you say take and bath, take and breakfast, okay? Or have and bath, have and breakfast, like have a breakfast, have a bath. So the words have and bath, have and shower, have and breakfast meet together. The words that usually are used together in order to express some meaning. These word combinations are called collocations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so that means do not try to use advanced level vocabulary if you don't know how to use it correctly for 100%. It's about the black rounds. You're going to die. Okay, so you will get band 5 or 6. Be aware. So problem number 4 is grammar first approach. I told you already. So I had a student, and all the time it doesn't matter what essay she wrote, she all the time used conditionals 1, 2, and 3. And I asked her, why are you doing it? And she said that I have to use complex constructions from grammar in order to get higher bands. And she failed and failed and failed. I told her, you're not going to pass the exam if you don't listen to me, if you don't do what I'm telling you. So it's not important whether you use first, second, or third conditional or any other complex grammar structure. What matters here is that you use the grammar structure correctly in order to answer the question that you are given. She was never answering the question, never. She was just thinking about what other grammar construction to use so that it's complex and things like this. She was never answering the question, okay? So you should think about it, okay? So it's not grammar first. It's again about accuracy, how accurately you use the grammar and whether you're answering the question. Okay, the problem for grammar first approach. So what they pay attention to usually, okay? So you have to be able to paraphrase in your essay. Paraphrase, you remember, yes, from the previous time. Paraphrasing is when you're saying the same thing with different words, like with synonyms or with different other phrases, okay? Saying the same thing, okay? Not changing the meaning. They pay attention whether you give your opinion correctly, outline the main ideas, explain your idea, show cause and effect, exemplify, like give some examples, speculate about the future, like using, if you're talking about the future, whether you are using the right future forms, whether you're using future simple, future continuous, or future perfect, whatever. When you're given some situation like comparison, whether you're using the comparative and superlative degrees correctly, and some constructions like the sooner the better, or the more beautiful than, and so on. Discuss others' opinions, and summarize your main ideas, and talk about the past in a variety of ways, like using different past tenses, past perfect, past continuous, whatever. But all of this is checked. But the question is whether you have to use all these constructions in one essay. Definitely not. No. No, it's not right. No need to do everything in one essay. You can do 1, 2, or 3 things from this list, or maybe only one thing. Okay, so, and you can answer directly to the question. Okay, so don't make it complicated. Do it as simple as it is possible. So for example, I've never looked at an essay of my student and said that everything else is good, but we need to give them low score because of a lack of grammar structures. I never do it. So I don't pay it. I never comment on the grammar structure, that it's not that complex and things like this. I speak about maybe the wrong grammar that is used, some mistakes that are made in grammar, but never the complexity of the grammar structure. Do not concentrate on the complexity, concentrate on the accuracy. Okay, there are some solutions to your grammar problems. They are focused on accuracy. Most of your sentences need to be completely error-free to get a 7 or above. Okay, so let's say more than 50% of your sentences should be completely accurate. No grammar mistake if you want to get 7 and plus. Okay, so if you make mistakes in more than 50% of your sentences, you will not get it. Find out what your common grammar errors are. Let's say some students make mistakes in tenses or different structures like comparative, superlative degrees, or maybe some other conditionals and things like this. So find out what mistakes you make most often. Okay, so it's important to find out your weak points. Okay, if you don't know your weak points, you're not going to understand them and you're not going to correct them. Maria, hello. Are you here? Maria joined us. So, okay, Maria, we're already halfway. Sorry, the code may be changed and you couldn't join us before, but yeah, it's good that you have already joined.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So right now we're discussing already so the topic of today's lesson is about IELTS Writing Task 2. And we are right now discussing how important is grammar and how complex or non-complex should grammar be, okay? So, so you have to try to find out when you're writing what kind of grammar mistakes you're making and try to find your weak points and make a list of your weak points and work on fixing those common areas of weaknesses so that not to make them again, okay? And then you have to try to produce error-free sentences later so that not to repeat those mistakes again. Problem number 5 is very poor teaching. I told you already that most schools know what they are, that there are thousands of people that want to take this exam, IELTS, and they are offering them some services, and they have a little problem. I mean, they say that they can help them, but they don't even know what to do or how to teach in order to answer the examiner's requirements. And most schools just hire people with little or no IELTS experience. And even worse, many companies hire students who got a high score, but they don't know anything about teaching or methodology or whatever. And problem number 6 is not doing the most important thing. What do IELTS want? Okay, so the requirements I told you already, the official marking requirements you can find I already showed you the link. Later you will have the PPT, and there you can find the link. You can open, you can read about it in details. So they have in British Council's official website, you can go there and you can find the official requirements for writing task 2. And if you follow that in the right way, so you will find yourself, you will find it really very useful, and you will do your best. Okay, so does it say about showing the reader, the examiner, how big words you can use or how complex words you can use? No, it's not about complexity. I told you several times already, it's about accuracy, okay? And is it about showing the examiner how many complex grammar structures or tenses you can use? No, definitely not. I told you already that it's not necessary. The most important thing is the accuracy, how accurately you can use grammar in order to be able to answer the question that you are given directly, clearly, so that the reader doesn't have questions when he reads it. And is it about showing them how many words and phrases you can memorize? Showing off. It's about showing off. See how many words I know. No, it's not interesting to the examiner. The examiner is waiting for clear and well-structured writing, and that is easy to understand, and that is straightly answering to the question, okay? Not going or beating around the bush, going straight to the point, okay? Straightforward. So, and the next one is not doing the most important thing. What is the purpose of writing? Okay, so you have to know what the purpose of writing is, what the task is about. And you have to be able in your essay to communicate clearly with the reader, I told you, and you have to demonstrate clearly to the examiner that you have understood and you have answered the question clearly, directly. Okay, that's simple. Things that do not allow you to communicate clearly with the reader are the following: memorizing essays. So you can find a lot of information in the internet. You can find already essays that are, let's say, worth band 9, band 4, band 8, band 7. No need to memorize them because you are just copying someone in this case. Okay, so you're not writing, you're not answering your question, you're copying someone. Memorizing phrases, no, it's not about it. It's about writing clearly using the necessary range of vocabulary. Learning long lists of band 9 words, no, it's not about it. I told you already. For band 7, it's not necessary to have very complex vocabulary range, okay? So it's even very often, it's enough what you have already, okay? You have to know already how to use what you know. Looking at lots of band 9 samples will not help you either, and learn complex grammar structures will not help you either. Okay, so it can be simple structure, but it can be used in order to answer to the question directly. And okay, so what I do first when I'm starting the writing course, I show 2 different essays and I'm asking my students, okay, read them. One is band 9. The other one is band 6. Band 9 and band 6. So band 6 failed and band 9 okay, succeeded. Okay, they didn't, they passed. But I don't tell them what is 6 and what is 9. And I ask them just a question, what do you think? What is better? And what they answer, you know? What can they answer? They answer that band 6, I mean, the one that is band 6 is much better Why? Because it uses lots of complex vocabulary, lots of complex grammar and things like this. It's not about complexity. It was just nonsense. If you were reading the essay, you could understand that the person was trying to show off, but not to answer the question that was given, okay? But band 9 that I showed was about more I mean, it was accurate grammatically, it was accurate when he was using vocabulary, and it had clearly understood, it was clearly understood by the reader and clearly answered by the, he was clearly answering the question, and it was, everything was done in a manner that it was easy to follow. Okay, so everything was easy to understand, straightforward, simple. And the students say, no way, it's so simple, it can't be band 9. No, it's band 9 because it answered all the requirements of the examiner. Okay, keep it simple. Focus on clearly answering the question, focus on clearly communicating with the examiner, focus on using grammar and vocabulary as a tool that aids clarity, not impedes it, and focus on giving the examiners what they want, not what someone thinks they want, okay? Strategy and structure. Step number 1, understand the question. Step number 2, generate 2 ideas that answer the question and are easily developed. It means you can answer to the question giving 2 reasons. Okay, so it can be 2 paragraphs, 2 reasons, 2 paragraphs, and then you develop your ideas, give some details about each reason. And maybe examples also. So we're not going deeper into it, but I'm just talking about structure. Step number 3, plan your answers. Planning is really important. Why? Because let's imagine you're going somewhere. Let's say you want to go to the central square of the country, of the city where you are a tourist. Okay. You don't know the ways. You need a map, right? If you don't have the map and you don't draw the lines, your road, how you can get there the quickest way, so you're going to get lost. If you don't use the map, you're going to get lost. You're going to spend a lot of time on the road. And you perhaps you will not get to the place in the end. Okay, you will not reach your destination in the end. So, and this planning is like having the map in your hand and drawing the lines there, how you can get to your destination in the shortest way, something like that. Okay, good comparison, like having plan what you have to write is like having a map when you are in an unknown place. Okay. Next point, step number 4, paraphrase questions in first sentence. So in the first sentence, you are given some question and you have to paraphrase it in your first paraphrase the first question. I mean, say the same thing in a different way with different words. And next step is step number 5, answer the questions briefly in 1 or 2 sentences, very shortly. And then write the main idea, it's paragraph 1, and explain main idea with explanation and give some examples. And then comes the second paragraph already. Repeat above 2 steps. It means tell your opinion, give some, give your reason, and then explain it in details, giving some examples and things like this. And then summarize, the summary, the bottom part. Summarize main ideas, clearly answer the questions in conclusion. Okay, strategy and structure. Introduction part. Paraphrase question and briefly answer the question. Paraphrase the question that you are given, say the question in a different way, I mean, the same meaning, but with different words, and briefly, shortly answer the question. Then comes your main idea and that you have to develop fully. Then the second main idea, and then you have to develop it fully. And then comes the conclusion. Summarize the above, whatever you said, and make sure that you clearly answer the question. So here you have a very simplified option of one of the questions that you could have, but it's not the official question, okay? It's a simplified way of question for the essay task number 2. Now, like, people should read more, agree or disagree, okay? So intro part can be the paraphrasing, like you can say people should read more because, then you say it makes them smarter and it helps them relax. Makes them smarter and helps them relax. In the intro part, you can see that there are just 2 reasons why you think that people should read. Then comes paragraph 1 and 2. Paragraph 1 and 2. Paragraph 1 says, so you have to give the explanation, then you give the example. Paragraph 2 again, explanation and give the example. And then comes the conclusion. People should spend more time reading because it educates them and it is also a good way to unwind. Okay, so the conclusion is the same, whatever you said above, only in different way or different words. Okay, that's it for now. It's just a simplified example. Okay, so it's not a real question from IELTS test writing task 2, but it's just for showing you how it should be constructed. Okay, the simplified way. So that's it for now. Now, let me know if you have any questions and your feedback, whether you feel it's really complicated for you, and if you have ever tried to do this kind of a task, if you have ever written an essay and you found it really challenging. Any opinions?
I did it actually at school every year, so I have some. I did it, so it's not so hard. For me, it's the most important to find the words. So yeah, that's the most important for me.
Okay, so are you trying, when you're writing an essay, are you trying to find a very complex word? You think that, okay, if I use this simple word, maybe I will not get the point, and you try to find very complex one, but you are not sure whether this word will fit in this context or not. Have you ever had this kind of a feeling?
Not exactly. I just have sometimes the problem that I forget the word that I know, but I forget at this moment and I need it and I can find it in my head. So that's my problem, that I know it, I know how to say, but I can't remember in that moment. So it's not about the complicated word, but it's about my memory.
Okay, and have you ever tried maybe to practice a lot, but effectively before the exam, before the task?
I'm not sure, because the word can be also apple and I forget it. So
oh, really?
yeah.
So why is it? So it's because you're too nervous and kind of.
Maybe, yeah, maybe, and time press and everything, everything in.
Yeah, so we can possibly. I mean, you have to do, because the practice you have to do in test mode. I mean, you give the time to yourself, like 40 minutes, you sit, you do, no minute more, okay? You check in the end, okay, and you send. If you manage to do it in the right time, in the same conditions like the exam conditions, and you practice it effectively, getting the feedback and trying to understand the feedback and trying to work on your problems and improve, every time you will get a higher score. Okay, it's called practice effectively.
Okay.
Okay, other
Thank you.
questions? You're welcome. Questions? Maria, you joined later, and that is why I want to ask you what you understood from what you heard.
Okay, thank you. I heard from 5 steps, maybe
Mhm.
5 main points why we should try to prepare for our exam, and what we should to do. Maybe if I answer for your question about when I write essay last time, maybe last month, maybe I wrote one essay that was the part of my homework. Maybe that was not very hard also, but sometimes I want to write more, like I want to say more, I want to write more. But
it doesn't give you the necessary, I mean, space for it, right?
Yes, I haven't
There's
space for it.
a limited
Yeah.
space for it. Anyway,
Yes.
so Maria, by the way, Maria is my current student, and she's talking about her homework, and the platform we are using has some limit for the words. That is why she can't, she sometimes can't write as much as she likes. By the way, Maria, if you have any problems like this connected with limit, don't hesitate. You can write in a Word file, and then you can attach it and send to my WhatsApp. Feel free.
Yes, thank you. Okay, okay, but I understand that if we pass this exam, it doesn't matter more, write more. It's about quality.
It's
quantity,
about
it's about quality.
No. There is some limit. So minimum limit is 250 words. If you write less than 250 words, you are in trouble.
Please speak a little bit loud.
Huh? Yeah, Ali, what did you say?
Ma'am, please speak a little bit. I was saying that please speak a little bit louder. It's because
Louder.
due to the fan running here, I cannot hear your voice clearly.
Oh, so is it maybe
Literally,
because
not much. The other ma'am. The other
the
colleague
other
was,
way. Okay, so
speaking.
Maria, she was talking. He was talking about you.
Yes.
But Maria is speaking normally. I mean, everyone is hearing her, if I'm not mistaken. The others hear her. I need to hear Maria.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind. So we're just finishing already. So we
Yes.
have 3 more minutes. Let me explain your homework. You have to decide whether you are trying to pass the academic English or the general English. If you're passing the academic English, then you have to do this homework. I will send you the homework later today, okay? In WhatsApp, our chat group. Ali, by the way, you are not in our group, right? You can write to me today, and I will add you to the group if you are not in a chat group in WhatsApp, right?
Okay.
I do not have your number, ma'am.
You can write to my Facebook. You have my Facebook, right?
No.
No. Okay.
I was invited by someone.
Okay, so let me do the following. I will now write okay, so now I will write it somewhere here. You just copy my number and find me in WhatsApp. Okay, I will make it bigger. Here. Wrote? It's okay?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, welcome. So if you're taking the exam for general English, in general IELTS, then you have to take this homework and answer the question, writing an essay for 250 words. But before you do it, go through the slides again and watch also the video. I will also send a recording of today's video. You can watch it one more time before you do the task, so that try to complete the task correctly. And if you are doing the academic IELTS, then better to answer this question, okay? So that's it for now. So again, I will send you the information about the course that will take place. It's the paid course next Monday, not this Monday, because we are moving it to next Monday, because one girl is ill, the other one is busy. So it will be better to wait one more week. And if you are interested, you can join it. And if you share the link for this course with your friends on social media, so you will get a present, a gift from me, okay? So that's it for now. So we have 1 minute and it will finish. Let me know if you have questions so far.
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
At what time? So I saw what it would. Our classes will be at 6 p.m. I want to ask if it is
Next lesson, you mean the free lesson?